Girl, you are that girl. I know you see me. Can you see me? KP, I know you see me calling you girl. Ooh, KG, that was cute. Yes, ma'am, KG. I know this service is working. I have Verizon Wireless. Our service don't break down. No. Yes, Janae. Work me, Janae. You have an incoming call, girl. Answer the phone. Now. Hey, Miss Ebony, how are you?
Hey, I'm good. How are you?
I'm good, child. I'm good. I wanted to get out of the swag. I really wanted to let my audience explore somebody other than, people that's in the swag. So,
Right.
do me a favor. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
So, what's up, y'all? My name is Ebonee Jenkins. I am the former 14 karat gold dancers captain 2016-2017 at the great Bethune-Cookman University down in the famous Daytona Beach, Florida. I am a 2017 graduate and I'm excited to
Yes,
be here.
ma'am. Yes, ma'am. So, for the people that don't that are not familiar with 14K, can you give them like some type of history or some facts from 14K?
So 14K is a group of exceptional young ladies with all different skill levels from point, jazz, tap, ballet, contemporary, African, you name it. There's not a genre of dance that does not come through 14K. We carry a great amount of poise in class, but
Yes,
don't get
ma'am.
it twisted.
Yes, ma'am.
We do what we do, okay?
Yes,
It's
yes.
real. It's real. We get there.
Yes, ma'am.
But we we jam. It's real fast paced.
Yes,
Okay,
yes.
we don't waste no time. Okay,
Yes, ma'am.
which is it's a good thing. So it definitely teaches you cleanliness. If I didn't take anything away from being on 14K, you have to be clean because if you're not, you lose it and it's just a mess.
Right, because like when I look at you guys, like y'all are together and clean.
Thank
Like
you.
it's not all over the place. You know how some teams they be all over the place. Like it's
Yeah,
y'all are as one.
I agree, and
Yeah.
it just has a lot to do with wanting to look good. Nobody ever wants to have somebody talking about them. Oh, of course you gonna always have that
Yeah.
people that's just like, ooh, she didn't have her toes weren't pointed,
Right,
and so on and so forth. But I get it, and most of the time those are the people that couldn't point their feet if they tried to on a good day. So no, it's definitely a challenge. Let me
Yeah.
tell you, when I first joined, first of all, I did not make 14K fresh out of high school, and I was salty about that.
Really?
Okay,
Child.
I was salty. But it was all good though. I actually felt like I needed that. I needed it to push me because let me tell you, when they sent me that letter telling me that they did not want me, I was about to say screw 14K.
So
I'm not doing it.
So they send you guys letters.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
So the process of how it happens is you audition.
Mm-hmm.
It's via YouTube, email, however you want to do it.
Right.
Then that just cuts back time. You don't want to have an audition and you got 300 girls in.
Right.
9 times out of 10, you already know, like, okay, yeah, she'll know. You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
we do it like that first, and then you are invited to the actual physical audition.
Mm-hmm.
So back when I auditioned, it was 2. It was a spring and a spring and a summer or fall audition.
Mm-hmm.
So I auditioned fresh out of high school, and I didn't make it. They sent me a letter, thank you for your interest in 14K, but unfortunately we will not move forward. And I was distraught, honey. My heart.
Child.
But it's okay. I joined a great organization that better prepared me. What's Next Dance Company?
You know what? I've noticed that about a lot of dancers. Sometimes they don't make that team, and then they go to another organization, and then boom, they just make it.
Yeah, because no one goes in as that dancer.
Right.
It's just not even a thing. You got to train, and you have to really do your research about these girls.
Right.
Fun fact. Before I actually joined 14K, and I'm still a big fan of these girls. Don't get it twisted. Them stingettes, baby.
I was gonna ask you that. We go. Hold on. We gonna wait.
So before becoming 14K, what other dance experiences did you have?
So back in high school, I danced with the band at Jacksonville, Florida, Jean Ribault High School.
Mm-hmm.
I danced in the band in high school, and then probably like my 11th grade year, I was professionally trained at my godmom's studio, Attitudes Performing Arts. And that only went on for a year. Look, y'all, I am not a studio dancer at all.
Wow.
So everything I know really is, I mean, a portion of it I give to my godmom because she did have me in there. She definitely molded me to at least get it. But I had to get it on my own. Like, with the exception of, like I said, Attitudes Performing Arts, my father Doobie, Arthur, Clarence. I have a lot of people that has definitely helped me become the better me. But literally everything that I know, I just had to get it off the muscle, honestly.
Yes, ma'am.
Because it's hard. I mean, it was very difficult for me. The discipline, you have to be disciplined doing that. And when I did that in high school, child, I was not trying to be on nobody's bar, spine straight. You know, I wasn't trying to do all that. I was just trying to get it in. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So, even it's still now today, and you know what's crazy? I was just having this conversation with somebody else. I am not embarrassed to say that I still don't know, like, it's funny that I said, like, first, second, third position. I don't know.
Hey, it happens. I mean,
I can do, like, you show me and it's done. I can teach certain stuff, but, you know, people be having all this terminology. Look, get like this, do this, and do it right.
Right.
Okay, look, that's all I'm giving.
Right, okay. So what is your definition of a 14K?
My definition of a 14K is definitely a young lady with lots of class who wear different hats. You know, speaking for myself, I can be classy, but when you need me to turn it up a notch, I'm there with you. You know, so it's not like we're not like the standoffish girl. Some of us are definitely not approachable, but it's not like, oh gosh, she's rude or nothing like that. It's just how we come off. Like around the campus, you know, 14K is that girl. Like and sometimes you get you know, a bad word or two. Yeah. But that's just different experience. You know, you can't just come. Everybody isn't the same. Right. So my definition of a 14K is one who possesses a lot of just. She exemplifies a woman of power. Yes. One who don't take nothing from nobody. Smart. It's just so many words. Beauty, class. We could get ratchet. We hood. Yes. Because you get a lot of girls that are too from different areas, different parts of the world. You got some girls that's hood babies. Me, I'm one of them. So, I can honestly say that. I'm definitely one of them. And then you have some that are just like, oh my God, which is not a bad thing. But I'm just saying, you have to know how we are all different. We all over the place. So you never know what you get.
And you have a balance.
Yeah, for sure. You have to be very well balanced. You can't just and sometimes that goes back to me saying no one comes in as a 14K. Right. You or for any team, a Sting Ed, anybody. Yeah. You have to certain things are taught. You can't just you have some people that have no kind of professionalism at all. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? They come in just like, so what we gonna do and da da da. You have to learn how to, you know,
tone it down.
You wouldn't put that. Look, when I first got in college, first got on 14K, I was definitely not the girl to put on nobody's camera to speak for nothing. Ooh. Okay, I was not that girl. But it comes with time. You know what I'm saying? Everything just don't happen overnight.
Right, you're right. So,
you're right.
Yeah. But what attracted you to 14K?
Honestly, the funk is so. I don't want to say raunchy because it's not raunchy, but. It's just different. I love the fact that we are. It's always moving. Right. I'm big on being clean, and it's a challenge. Like I love to be challenged. Okay, I'm a challenge. I love challenges. I love risk. I'm a risk taker. Yes. And honestly, it's just the opportunity. It was close. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I was right up the street from home, and you know, just the challenge, the extra push. You know, I would. Big ups to any HBCU dancer, instrumentalist. Look, we do what no other can. Okay.
You better speak. You better speak.
And that's a well known fact. Okay. I don't. Yeah. it ain't nobody like this thing right what we got going on, you know. So yeah, just the fast pace, the costumes,
Yes.
it's very it makes you feel. When I first went to visit Cookman, it made me feel like real at home. Like everything was, you know, wasn't nothing. It was no gimmicks and no, you know, it was what it was.
Right, it was what it was.
And I think I liked that the most about it. And some of the 14K girls I knew before I even, you know what I'm saying, got there, because 2 of them were from Jacksonville. So it was like I felt like I was at home. So it was, yeah.
So who really inspired you throughout your years as a 14K?
I get this question often, and I could honestly say I love my 14K.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong. And I'm not saying I'm that girl. Like, I'm just me. I haven't looked up to nobody, none of that. And I'm going to be honest with you. Like I just said, when I was in high school, I was a sting, and you wasn't going to tell me no different. I touched in on 14K, but it was just something about that sting that I just couldn't move away from.
Right.
And that's because I didn't know. I'm not going to say I didn't know much about 14K. Of course I knew about 14K, but it was just something different. So I really kind of didn't do my research. Okay. Now, from what I do know, you got a lot of girls like Francesca, bad girl.
Oh, yes.
Shatangela, bad girl. I'm talking about bad. You know, and then you got the ones from when I was on the team, like Cameo and my captain, Drianka. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of different, I can all take from everybody.
Right.
But for myself, I was never really around the older 14K to know who they really were. Right. So I wouldn't say I looked up to them because I didn't know what kind of leadership skills they possessed.
Exactly.
And so I don't want to say, oh, this one girl and she had a real bad attitude, or she was horrible, or she, horrible at like teaching, or she didn't know how to be a leader.
Right. And
so and because I don't know I know who they are, but I don't know who they are.
Right.
I would have to say, in just the midst of being on 14K, it was a learning situation for everybody. So it was never a thing of me saying, oh, I want to be like her, or I want to be like her. It wasn't that. I took from everybody, but I knew what I wanted to be, and I know what I wanted to put out, and I know what I wanted to instill in my girls, whether I was captain or just a member on the team, period. I treat people how I want to be treated.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I would never say, especially if I don't know you well enough, I would never say that I want to be like, or I looked up to. You know what I'm saying? It just, yes. So, not to sound cocky or nothing.
Oh, baby, trust.
Really,
But you know what?
How y'all taking it, but
I get that a lot because some people, they, like you said, they don't do their research. So sometimes, you'll get on the team and you'll be like, okay, you have to learn, who really inspires you. So I get it.
Exactly. So when I got on the team, spring 14, I looked up to all of the girls that were on 14K because they were 14K. Like, I wanted to one day be 14K. So, of course, I looked up to them. But, and just like I said, just learning different people, it's like a give and take thing. Like, we all learn from each other. So, it's, so that is.
So, what motivated you? Because I know you said the first time you didn't make 14K. What motivated you to go back and try out again?
I was hungry.
Oh, yes.
I didn't know what it was. I didn't understand. I didn't understand. That was just me being a child, me being younger, feeling like, oh, I don't know why they didn't pick me. I'm that girl. like you ain't. And no one is not picking. No one is not picking Ebonee.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so, and you have to be humble. That humbled me, honey, because I was just like. So when I was, you know what I'm saying, when I got rejected, and I hate rejection. Let me tell you something.
Yeah.
When I got rejected on 14K, mind you, I've been rejected. We all get rejected.
Yeah,
but that was a big step for me. Like, I'm leaving high school, going into college. That was a big thing for me. Yeah. So when I was rejected for 14K, I was like, ooh.
Yeah.
Look, you are up against a whole nother set of girls. And then I had to sit back and think, like, I'm not the only great dancer or good dancer that probably submitted videos. So it's always going to be a girl better than you.
Right.
no matter what it is. Rather it's the way she move her, her appearance, her, her sassiness. It's just something. It's always something different. And when it comes down to really having to pick somebody, you have to nitpick at the smallest thing.
Oh, yeah.
She's always pointing her toes, or she's always standing up straight. Her
Smiling.
posture is perfect.
Yeah.
So it's stuff like that, and I understood that. So when the second time, I was hungry.
Yes, ma'am. That was
I
good.
had to have it.
I'm glad you went back.
I am too.
Trust. Yes. So what was it like being a crab? You ain't gotta go in too deep now.
I won't. Being a crab was definitely difficult because, as we all know, you're a crab. It's a crab. You can't do what you want to do. You can't put out what you want to put out. Your opinion is not a thing. Okay, so it was just like, it was difficult. It wasn't the easiest thing. I would say it was definitely one of the hardest things I've ever went through in all of my years of dance. And it was definitely, and then I didn't understand it.
Right.
I was still my high school self, kind of, sort of. So a lot of stuff, I was just like.
Now, were you captaining in high school?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. Now, I got you.
So I was captain. I danced in middle school too. We was like a basketball team, team. So I was captain in middle school. I was captain in high school. So that's why when 14K rejected me, I was like, wait, I don't think what happened, But I understand now. But crabbing was hard for me, honey. Crabbing was not. Girl, I ain't even gonna say what I want to say. Crabbing but it teaches you a lot about, like I said, who you want to be and who you don't want to be. Right. Who you want people to see you as and who you don't want people to see you as, And like I told, a thing happened when I was a freshman. I had to, just put it out there that this is only for one season.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Girl, this is. And so this is only for one season. And like I said, then I didn't understand, but I get it. It kicked in quick. Right. When it was my turn. You know what I'm saying?
It brought you down
when I wasn't in that situation.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So I understood it, and it's no bad blood with none of those young ladies now. I love my girls, but it was just like, girl, look, this is real temporary. You got the clock is ticking, sister, and I want, But like I said, when you move past all of that, it's just it's a level of you gain a different level of respect. Right. I'm never letting nobody disrespect me or my 14K. I don't care who it is. Okay. Yeah. So, and that's just that on that. Okay. And it teaches you. It definitely teaches you discipline, for sure. Being a crab. Okay, let me tell you something. Ooh. But I wouldn't trade it for the world. I don't regret 1 second of it.
That's good. So how was Drianka as a captain? Like, what did she teach you that really stuck with you?
Drianka as a captain. So for anybody that knows Drianka, this girl is a beast. Okay, Drianka is a rough. Look, this ain't no rubber band, but it's a court. But the girl is just flexible. She is that girl. Okay, she's a great dancer. Well-trained dancer. She is a really good dancer. Drianka is she is that girl. So as far as dance, I definitely looked up to Drianka because I was just like, oh Lord, just look at her. Like her sitting in a chair. You know how you usually see people all slunched over. You trying to be comfortable. Drianka is just there. Comfortable. Yes. Drianka never said much as the captain. She said what she had to say and that was it. Right. She didn't say much. So she never really had to. Yeah. Because y'all knew. You know what I'm saying? When me and my sisters came in, it wasn't even, you know what I'm saying? We came in and we did what we did. Right. Right. But she really never said much. She said something when she, like I said, when she had to. But she was real chill. Drianka, real chill. Real laid back. Definitely get the job done. And Drianka is the type of person, if it's boring, if she's not excited or not impressed, you will definitely know. Okay. And she ain't wait for no time. She ain't beating around no bushes. She knocking at your noggin.
Oh yes, ma'am. I like that. I like that type of character, honey. Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. So yeah, but she was real chill. Drianka never really had to say much, like I said, unless she had to, and then that's just who she was.
Period. When you actually got on the team, like, was it hard, like, grasping that 14K style?
Yes and no. No, because I kind of had the funky already. I had the jam in me already. Right. That's already within. I'm a Florida girl,
Period.
you know. So but the specifics and how to do certain things, you know what I'm saying? It's just it can be taught so many ways. Right. It looks different though.
Yeah.
Right. So it was a lot of different stuff, like our signature march. This was hell on with. I'm talking about, when we was in that sun, Morgan, I was like, y'all sure y'all don't want to switch it up and do what I'm doing?
Okay. Cause baby.
It took some time. The rocks, when we sit on the field and we sway.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It looks good, but it hurts so bad.
Oh.
Okay? That takes a lot of back, especially when you are on a field so far back from people.
Right.
And you have to let the people way in the nosebleed section see what you're doing.
Yes.
You really out there like whoosh. And it's hard, it hurts.
What about the sideline? Don't you guys do like sideline, not dances, but like ripples, sideline ripples?
Oh yeah. Those are cool.
Oh baby, I love those.
I love doing them. You know what? I always wanted to, and I don't know if you ever paid attention. Ooh.
It's okay.
Paid attention, and I know she about to call my phone. I'm just knowing she is. Paid attention. When we do the sideline, we do kick, and the very last girl, before I got on there, which was Drianka, did a nasty needle.
Ooh, oh yes, I saw that. Yes.
And I always used to say, "Dang, I want to do that."
Yeah.
I want to be the one to do something. The it girl at the end, like, okay, we waiting on her. Like literally every game, the people were like, okay, who gonna be the tail? Who gonna do this? Who gonna do that? And let me tell you something. I'm not flexible. I ain't even gonna hold you. I could straddle. I could do both of my splits. I could hold my leg for a few seconds.
Okay.
But anything other than that, yeah, I'm good off of that.
Okay.
I dance the house down, but you can keep your legs, honey. I ain't even gonna play.
Period. Right. Right.
That was always fun and very interesting because it wasn't a lot, but it was a lot. Like you had to make sure you was on point. Like a ripple is a ripple. If you mess up a ripple, it's just all bad.
Yeah, because it can go wrong. It can go left real quick.
It definitely can. And look, let me tell you, it has went left with me on me being on that team. It done been left probably once or twice, but. I mean, it happens. Yeah,
bad things happen sometimes, and you always bounce back, baby. Period.
Exactly. Period. That's what it's about.
What would you say makes 14K different from other squads?
14K is so very different because I feel like it's so... Honestly, we are... First and foremost, one being tempo. Okay, no one does that.
Oh yeah.
I don't. Timmy point me in a direction. I ain't seen it yet. Tempo for sure. Our costumes are like no.
Oh yeah, very different. Yeah.
The hair that we wear is like no other. Okay, when I was on that team, we must have switched up our hair so much. It was crazy. You usually don't see that.
Yeah, because I saw bobs and...
We had all... Let me tell you something. And I was playing. Look.
Okay.
Don't play with me. Don't play with me. I'm not the one. Okay?
Yes.
No, but, that our character, I've ran into, it's just... I feel like being on 14K, it brings out a different you.
Yeah.
Whatever that girl is for you. We are different. And I really don't get into the whole swag thing.
Yeah.
I get it, but I don't get into it.
Right.
So Yeah, tempo, class, everything about 14K is different from any other.
Right.
All the other teams are good, don't get me wrong. But 14K is just 14K. I feel like we can't be compared.
Right. Especially like field shows. Y'all field shows are just like,
thank you.
I love them. But they be so short sometimes.
They do. Sometimes they are. Most of the times they are really short.
Yeah.
And that's why we have to do so much in a short period of time. Yeah. And that's why I always give the upper hand to 14K, not just because I am 14K. Right. It's because that's just what it is. Right. I mean, there's no way around that. Literally, we don't have time to breathe until it's time for the flag feature. And that's when we doing this. Right. And child, over the years of me being on 14K, we was down there doing full routines. I'm just like, Jesus, we on our back, flipping and twirling and spinning. So, I mean, it just comes with, it's different, but 14K is like no other. Yeah. For sure.
Yeah. And I you know what, like I said in my video, I really grew to love y'all because y'all are very different. Y'all are very different from any other squad. Like, honestly, truly, 100%.
Thank you.
Was captain something that you actually wanted before getting that position?
Oh, yes, for sure.
Yes. So,
I needed it.
Yeah. So,
go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
I really, it's just, like I said, you know how you want things to be, right? And you know what you want. Right. So it's just like, this is cool, but this is what I can do. Yeah. Let's do something different for the people.
Yes, ma'am.
The people reacted different. Okay?
Baby, you with the change. I'm going to be honest.
Thank you. Respectfully enough, thank you. And I love, like I said, I love everybody that was before me. My Shishi, the prima donna, don't play. Okay? But it's something that it just comes with being a leader. Right. Rather it's in dance, everyday life, mentorship, anything. It just comes with being that person. And I want to be the person that people can look up to positively, in a positive way. We can be leaders, but like,
can you really be right?
Can you really do that?
Right.
And so that was a thing. So I definitely knew, like with experience and certain things going a certain way, I was like, yeah, I definitely got to get in here and we got to do this. We got to do this. Yeah. So.
But when you actually got that position, like, did you have any doubts? Like, were you nervous at any point?
I think I was definitely nervous. I was nervous because I didn't know. I knew what I was doing, but I didn't know how the people would react to me. Right. I didn't know how the people would. I was so going on not having people have bad comments about me and my girls, or what they gonna have to say about this, or it has to be perfect, or we always have to do so much. Right. And in learning, my pops, Mr. Hamilton, which is our coach, told me that sometimes less is way more, and that speaks volumes. And I didn't understand that at first, so I was always trying to get it. Mm-hmm. And it's just like, well, calm it down some. Yeah. And it looks 10 times better. So I just wanted to be perfect. I was afraid of the negative feedback. Right. I was definitely afraid of that. But once I was afraid to mess up, like overthinking, you know what I'm saying, or misleading, or am I being the best me, or am I being the best leader for these girls? You know what I'm saying? So, and we are all adults. Right. You know what I'm saying? So we grown. You gotta know how to, women at that. That's gonna say that. Yes. So you have to know how to. You gotta do it right. Yeah. Because if it's done wrong, it's just a bad mess, and it's a ripple effect. Yeah. It keeps happening, and then the growth is cut short.
So, how, like, being that you had some of those negative comments and stuff, how did you overcome those?
After I read in the beginning stages, I read a few. We all do. Yeah. Get on YouTube. Literally, let me tell you, it was so bad with me. When I first came captain, we had our first performance. Or kind of, it was pressure co-captain, because I was co-captain 2015, 2016, and my captain was Shakithia Wade. Mm-hmm. And the pressure started at that point. But fast forward, I looked, and then it was just like, well, they gonna say what they want. It wouldn't be right if you didn't have a good handful of.
Right.
You know, and sometimes you need those critiques. I take criticism very well. Mm-hmm. And so it was just like, okay, it's a respect thing. And then some people, you know, oh yeah, they hate and they just need something. Yeah. And then you go and find out that they went to fam and they was a super senior for 30 years, and it's just like, okay, I get it.
Right.
No shade to my family. I love y'all too, but you know how this going.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was just, I mean, that's just what that was. But you learn to get past it, because if you let those comments get to you,
mm-hmm.
It will be all bad for you.
Yes.
For real. Because them people will they reading for filth in the comment section. Okay?
Ready. They always behind those fake pages.
Always behind the fake pages.
Always.
I just never understood. Not that it makes a difference to be on your real page, but let's see your profile pictures.
Okay, right.
Let me stop. That's funny. But it is a thing. Like, if you let that kind of stuff eat you up, it'll be a bad situation for you.
Yes, ma'am.
And I read it, and sometimes, Mr. Hamilton, he had to tell us, like, don't respond, because I was that captain.
Yeah.
I was that captain, I was that team member, I was that freshman.
As you should be. As you should be.
But growth.
Yeah.
And so, you're just like, okay.
So, 2016 was great for y'all. It was really good. So, how was it, like, trying to keep tradition and still trying to, maintain something new?
That was very difficult for me.
Yeah.
Luckily we had the coach that we had, Mr. Hamilton, mm-hmm. because he kept the tradition there.
Right.
He definitely let us do what we wanted to do, mm-hmm. and we always had open-ended conversations. He was always very understanding of what it was that we wanted to do, mm-hmm. and he trusted us so much that we got to a point where we just started. We've been doing our own choreography from what I know, since I got on the team in 2014. We would definitely let people come in and help, but for the most of it, we did all of our own stuff. So he trusted us with our own ideas and our own creativity, but he definitely let us know, like, maybe do this or do it a certain way. Rather, it's your hand placement or the way you bend this way to make it kind of not so soft. Do it soft, but add a little funk to it, Right. So, because look, when it was my turn, I was on go, honey. I was trying to do all the stuff, boom, boom, boom. Okay. But in training and just knowing who your team is, it kind of is just like a thing that just happens. Like, 14K did that back in 2000, and it's just like, oh, really? And just stuff like that. But you have to keep the tradition there. You cannot just wipe the tradition out. Right. It has to stay. The tradition has to stay. Like,
because then the fan base leaves sometimes. Then the passion goes away.
I agree. Because no matter, people say, and I get this, I see this all the time, especially in the comment section, YouTube videos. They do the same stuff. They play the same music and da 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 da. But it's just like, if for me, when I'm so very uncomfortable in the situation, I remove myself. Right. You're still here.
Right.
Okay? Look, you ain't went nowhere. So just sit around and watch us do the fight song 30 more times. Okay. And just let it be what it is.
Yeah.
So, but, it was keeping that tradition. It was difficult, but like I said, in knowing you have to keep that because people want to see tradition. Right. No matter how many people say, "Oh, it's getting old," da 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 da. The second you change it, it's gonna be a problem. People are never satisfied,
especially fans and alumni.
Oh, it's the alumni for me,
right? It's always going to happen.
It's important to keep it there, but that was difficult for me.
Yeah. Was it hard being a captain?
No.
No?
No, and I tell you this is why. My team, and I'm not saying this just because it was my girls, but I had a phenomenal. They held an immense amount of leadership, passion, character, it was just so much. It was just so much, and I wasn't alone.
Yeah.
I was never alone. I always had help. I always had a second opinion, second and third opinions about everything. We always worked together. Of course, you had your moments where this girl and that girl would have their disagreements and things like that. Me and my co-captain, Mariah.
Yeah.
We done got into some real heated arguments. You know what I'm saying?
And it happened.
But I feel like you need those kind of things. It brings you closer.
Right.
And so without the team that I had, I don't think I would have crashed, but they definitely helped me a lot. I cannot take accountability for everything.
That's good.
Because I had a phenomenal team, literally. Like, I can't make it up. Those girls were hot stuff. Okay. I'm telling you, when it was time to change the field routine, I don't know how long it take other teams to do what they do, but literally in one day our field routine is done. And sometimes 2-3 days at the most, but we're cleaning by like the third day.
Wow.
Okay, because everybody got so many ideas.
Right.
So, and everybody is clocking. I was the clean patrol.
Yeah.
If you can't do it, if it ain't clean, you gonna cut it. We gonna boom, 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 and everybody understood because we all learned. We were all able to take from each other. You know, so it wasn't hard for me.
That's good.
It was easy breezy, and I thank my team for that. My team and my co-captain Mariah Davis, honey. Okay.
What was something that you really wanted to instill in your girls?
I just wanted to let them know that you are always a woman first, no matter what.
Period.
You're always a woman first. You are to carry yourself as such all the time.
Mm-hmm.
And don't let respect is owed to a dog. Okay.
Okay.
What you give is what you're gonna get.
Right.
I'm never here to disrespect you, and when you feel like you want to reach, we have different situations for that, and I won't deal with it. And so I just taught my girls, don't take no BS from nobody.
Right.
If it's something that you're passionate about, do it and get it done. I always told my girls, I'm trying. I know trying is failure with honor.
Okay.
Do it and get it done.
Right.
And just be yourself. Have fun. Don't beat yourself up about it. Everything is temporary.
Yeah.
Lifelong, but temporary. And just go hard. I wanted to build trust with my girls. So anything they needed, anything, hygiene, food, clothes, anything that they needed. None of my girls, and I stay this confident enough, knew that they could not call me and ask me or anybody on the team, and that's just how we work. And I wanted to do that because it's so important to be on a team where you feel comfortable. Because like I said, when you're in the space and you don't feel comfortable, you remove yourself or you start to act weird. Ain't nobody got time for all of that.
Right.
We come here to do a job. You know what I'm saying?
And
we have
grown.
to work together.
Yeah.
And we're grown. You know what I'm saying? Like, when we get out of here, you however you want to be. But when we're here on this field together doing what we do, it's family.
Right.
But thankfully enough, outside of rehearsal, it was the same thing. Like, we was going out, hanging out with each other in each other's rooms, kicking it big time. And I just wanted to feel how you would just being with family. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to feel, exactly. You don't want to feel like you got to look over your shoulder or feel no type of way because of the person who you are. So I just tried to instill in my girls to be your best self at all times, and treat people how you wanted to be treated, and be that girl, and don't question, you know what I'm saying, have no regrets about it.
Be that girl. Period.
Be
like
that girl.
One.
Be that girl, whoever it is. And I would tell my girls, I don't know what it'll take or who that girl is on the team for you, but find her and figure it out.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, find that girl. Whoever it is that you look up to. I don't want to keep saying that to sound like cocky about my team, but let me tell you, it was nobody on my team that somebody didn't look up to. We were all on there like, I don't know, cause you, but then you, and then we, and I don't know. So it was just like, you know what I'm saying? But it was, it's definitely, it was one hell of an experience for sure.
Yeah. That's good that you were that type of leader, because a lot of people need those type of leaders that
yeah, for sure. Yeah, I agree. It's important because, like I said, don't nobody want to feel uncomfortable. I'm never wanting to be around nobody and I'm feeling uncomfortable. Exactly. So it's just like you have to make it because look. Let me tell you, hey, band nerds, everybody know it. We are together 24/7. Like I literally lost friends behind 14K.
Yeah.
And so.
Hold on.
Blood or nothing like that. It's people that you're around and you don't have time.
Right. Can you hear me?
But
can you hear me?
Don't have time. Yeah.
Okay.
Can you hear me?
Yeah. It was kind of going out, but you're good.
And so you just don't have time for certain people no more. And some people just don't understand that. Yeah. But it's just like, look, we got to be together all this time.
Right.
Come on. It's just not worth all the extra stuff. So let's just get it done. We all are here for one thing, okay?
Period.
Well, multiple things, but on that field, we're here to do one thing, and that's jam. So let's just, you know what I'm saying? Just be cool about it.
Period. What is a typical day at practice under your leadership?
Oh, child, heat, heat, and more heat.
Oh, so y'all be outside. Oh, yes, ma'am. You better get it right.
We are outside, honey. I always tell people, if you want to be on 14K or be a part of the Martian Wildcats, you cannot be a couch potato, honey, because it will never work out for you in your favor.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, because that was me, and I felt that wrath as soon as I got there. Quick, it kicked in. We are out in the heat, and even when it's not hot outside and it's cold, and when it's cold in Daytona, it gets cold in Daytona.
Oh yeah,
you're hot. Wells is gonna run it and run it and run it until he can't run it no more. Okay. So yeah, that's that. I mean, it was. I let me tell you, it's funny. I done forgot your question. What was it?
So basically, like, what
I answered it.
Yeah, you answered it. Yeah.
Okay.
But basically, like, what is a typical day at practice?
Oh yeah, so we get to rehearsal. Sometimes we used to have sectionals, which was we're at 5:30. Rehearsal started at 6, and sectionals are just really to go in and clean your routine. Anything that you needed help on, or you know what I'm saying, anything to implement new things and stuff like that. That's what that was. And then we kick right in at 6 o'clock. If you're late, you have to go run or do something with the drum majors. And child, them drum majors, first of all, our drum majors are training. They don't stop training. They train year round, honey. So them drum majors gonna go all day and all day. So you late, good luck. Okay. You get there, we the band play a few stand tunes, and then they go over the field show inside of the band room. We do that for probably about an hour. Then we go outside on the field, and then we outside the rest of the rehearsal. Rehearsal usually supposed to get out around 6, 7. One of them, I done forgot. But child, we didn't leave till Wells was ready for us to leave.
Okay. So. Period. That's how it be.
And that's just that. Sometimes for 14K we get our uniforms. We would definitely do all the stuff in the band room. Go over the flag, the sit down routine. Go over a few stand tunes, and then we would go outside, and the band would still be inside. And we would just go outside just to have our own me time on the band field. And then sometimes we wouldn't even go outside because we had to try on uniforms. So we would distribute, we would try on our uniforms, we would take pictures, and stuff like that. And that's to make sure everything fits right. We would dance in them a little bit so we don't have no slips or nothing like that. Right. And yeah. That's just what that is.
Now let me tell you something about this one uniform that I love. It's the black
that bodysuit, that one piece.
Not that one. I like that one though. I like that one. But it was the glittery one.
The two-piece.
Yes.
Okay, yeah.
I love it.
I do too. I designed that one.
Oh, really? It was cute, baby. I love it.
That was me. Yeah, that was my one too. It had actually. I don't know if a lot of people know, but it had an attachment in the back. Like
really?
In one of the field shows, I'm gonna have to find it and send it to you. Okay. It was our walk on. Go crack, and we threw it off.
Yes, ma'am.
Let me tell you, the gag, mine didn't come off.
Ooh.
So I'm dancing on the field and it's still on. That was a mess, honey. It
Oh
was
my
like
god.
three of us, our little train in the back, then we could not pull it off.
Wow.
And it's crazy because Mr. Hamilton was iffy about that part. He was like, we cannot have that happen. And we must have heard that part so many times for that not to happen. Get on the field game day, and it happened. It was crazy. But that was a number.
Yeah.
It's always something, my God. But that definitely was a little number right there now. It was.
Now, what is your favorite uniform?
I'm glad you asked. We called it, what was it?
Oh, so y'all name them. Ooh.
Yeah, we named them.
Yes, ma'am.
I believe it was the maroon remix. It was like oranges. Crazy that it's painted on. Long sleeve. It's a bodysuit.
Yes. I think you said it's orange. It's like an orangey color.
It's oranges. It's crazy because we pick out our fabric and everything prior to us sending in the costume, the design, over to our seamstress and stuff. It looked maroon. It looked like this. Right. And then when she sent it, it was that. Oh, but it was so painted on, child. We wasn't sending that back. Okay. I told Mr. Hamilton, look, we gonna be this maroon is just a different shade because we keeping this. Right. That had that was one of my favorite. That was one of my favorite uniforms. That one, and then blackout, which was the mesh all black with the mesh seam going all the way up the side. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. That Beyonce, which was the all white leotard with the gold. With the gold, I was just about to ask you about that. Yes. Oh, so y'all call that Beyonce. I like that. Yeah, I like Beyonce. That. It's so many of them. I can't think of them all. Yeah. So what was your least? Those are my top three. What was your least favorite, if you had one? Oh, we had one that was called Patch. Patchy. It was gold. It was a 2-piece. Long sleeve. We wore it with white gloves one time. Ooh. It looked good on camera, but child, I hated it. Lord, it was bad. And the reason I hate it because it had so much going on. Have you ever seen like the shirt with like cow print, cheetah print? Yeah, I have. Yeah. It was that, except for it was stripes and dots and glitter. I was just like, Mr. Hamilton, no, I hate. That uniform was horrible. I hated Patch. You gotta send me that. I have to send it to you. It was. Excuse me. Every time they wanted to wear that, I was just like, no man. Y'all sure y'all don't? Okay, whatever. No. I hated. Ooh, that uniform was horrible. Now, do y'all recycle uniforms? Meaning like, just keep them for another year? Okay. We definitely. Yeah. Somebody told me that y'all just always get new ones, like. Oh, we get new ones. We get new uniforms every year, but we definitely tap in. So all of the old uniforms, we never. The only uniform that we get to keep is classic because we pay for that one out of pocket. Okay. And classic is like so classic is custom. Ain't nobody else wearing it. Period. Yeah. So all of the other ones, we definitely recycle them. Funny, we would use when I was on the team. We used to because they had some nice pieces back in the day. Now. Yes. They still have them. But the girls were so much thicker. Right. So we couldn't fit the uniforms. Oh, wow. So it was just like, okay, well, we can't wear this. But we can't wear that. But we get like 4 or 5 new uniforms every year. Okay. What does riding out mean? Okay, so let me tell you the difference. People, okay, pen and paper. Okay, I'm sick of this. Okay, riding out is okay. So first, I'm gonna say the buck is more like of a thrust. Okay, if you could get that in your head. Right. Thrusting. Riding out is popping. Bucking, you're in with it. Right. So it's like an in motion. Right. Riding out, you back. Oh. Versus, you know what bucking is, Sean. Oh, okay. I think I get it. Right. So if you go look at 14K or I don't even know the name of the girls, but they do this little thing. So basically, bucking is more so of a pop. Bucking is a thrust. Riding out is a pop. Okay.
Okay, I got you.
So bucking is that. What's the girls that do this whole little thing right?
GGs.
Them.
Okay.
That's a buck.
Okay. Okay.
Riding out is can't, poop.
Oh.
Riding out is what 14K do on our breakdown.
Right. Okay. I got you.
Yeah.
I got you.
That's the difference, people. Thrusting and I ain't even gonna say that. Thrusting and popping, it's a defined difference.
So, if you know this answer, what about the overall essence of the actual style for 14K? Like, where did the style come from?
I really do not know.
Okay.
Because, and I say that because it changed every year. Like Mr. Hamilton would always tell us, Tan did this, a friend did that. It changed every year. It was a different thing, literally every year. So I really don't know. Great question. I'm gonna figure out that answer, and then I'm gonna get back with you on that.
Yeah. Okay. What is your favorite team to battle? Like, what was your favorite team? Like, to just go in.
It's crazy. We really didn't have the chance to do that because we were MEAC.
Mm-hmm.
But what team did we play? I think it was my only time ever playing them. What's the girl's name? Excuse me, y'all. I really don't be knowing these people's names.
It's okay.
They are good though. The girls, this rock. I love this rock that they do. I'm trying to. Great.
I know what you're talking about. Damn. I'm about to do it. It's right
okay,
here.
we gonna figure it out. Maybe put it in the
Go into light. Them,
okay, no, we played them. They were really good, but those girls, yeah. Because I mean that's really the only team I can think about.
Yeah. That
we really Golden Delight, them the girls that changed like a million times.
Right.
Them, yeah. So we had fun when we played them.
I just really wish Fam would just let the dancers be there because that would be a battle.
It just don't make no sense to me. It's so crazy. I have a homegirl. Her name is Kayla Potter, and she is no joke, honey. Okay, she danced with I don't know the name. Excuse me, but the dancers that were band dancers, but they weren't the band dancers. Right. She danced with them, and those girls were really good. That would have been a nice one though.
Yeah, I really wish they would just.
I used to want to do that. Like, this team don't got no. Excuse me, and I say this, and I don't say this to sound, cocky or nothing, but it was just like, I mean, they got dancers, but.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, I would have loved to though. Yeah. Like tap in every game. Like, okay, it's go time.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
How was it being a part of the Netflix series, Marching Order?
It was nice. It was real. I mean, I was myself. Child, them people, they were there, and I was too. Okay?
Period. Yeah.
I was just telling them. Sometimes they would be in a way.
Yeah.
Like it was one part. They didn't put this part on Netflix. It was the part where they didn't put a lot on Netflix, and that bothers me. Jeez Louise. But it was a part on Netflix where the scene where I was trying to help tweet Rashonda. Rashonda Johnson is her real name, but tweet to do Axel Turner. Mm-hmm. And the camera crew was so close, and she was acting like she don't want to do it. I'm like, girl, they have a job to do, and so do you. Right. If you have to kick them doing this nasty, clean Axel Turn, do that. Yeah. Because you're doing your job. Yeah. But I had also tell them, like, y'all need to move around. Like, y'all in the way, kind of, like, move out the way.
So... But, was it hard, like, juggling being a captain and still having to go to, like, confessionals and doing stuff like that? It wasn't? Okay.
It was a normal thing. It was normal. It was just like, okay, because like I said, all of my girls had great leadership skills. So if I was not there, somebody could do it. Somebody could step in and jump in and take over whatever it was that I left off at. So, it was easy. It was, I'll be back.
Do you feel like the show really made people open their eyes to 14K a little bit more?
Yes and no.
Yeah.
Yes, because it gives people a little bit more insight about how we operate
Right.
and how it works, but not so much of that because it wasn't enough.
Right.
Those series was like 2 seconds.
Yeah. You're right.
So that's not enough time to really figure out who. It definitely will let you know who we are.
Yeah.
Like, oh, okay, I know, you know what I'm saying. But it didn't. Like I said, they shouldn't have started with they were filming way long before they start recording. Is the part that I even wrote. One of the directors, like, her name was Amy. She was a really sweet lady. I love Amy. I'm like, why they started it so late? I text her like, hey, what y'all gonna do, a rewind of it? Like, y'all started at the very last and y'all just gonna go backwards? Like, how y'all gonna proceed with it? But I'm guessing, I'm really not sure, but I'm thinking they probably just gonna, from that point, just keep recording, like maybe upcoming or something. But they had so much more footage that they could have put out, and they could have gave the people more than what they gave the people.
It's with the dance team, it's so many avenues you can go through.
For sure.
So many avenues, and
they did, but they just didn't. I don't know. So it tells you like who we are and what we do, but it don't tell you like what it takes. It didn't show y'all the ugly side. Like, it didn't show y'all that.
Right.
It showed y'all just like any other show what the people want to see. Right. You know what I'm saying? So
it didn't get to the nitty gritty.
It didn't.
Right.
And it sucks because when that first aired, a lot of people was in my inbox like, oh, they was telling me like you mean and trolling me and just being weird. And I was just like, well, that show is nothing. That's nothing.
Right.
Like, you really don't know what it is. Like,
right.
For it to be, a thing. So that's just, I don't know, but it was what it was. But it didn't. It was cool, but it didn't scratch the surface of what we were, like what 14K really is, or the Marching Wildcats really are as a whole. So
a lot of the people wanted to know, like, what are your thoughts on the current line?
I'm sorry, what did you say?
What are your thoughts on the current line?
I love them. Different for me, for sure, but different from what I did, for sure. But I had this question when Cookman played JSU here in Georgia. A guy walked up to me and he asked me the same question, but he was being real kind of shady about it. Like, they do this a certain way and they do that a certain way and da-da-da-da. And I'm just like, well, what you have to understand is that when you are in position of power, that is your team. So whatever your vision is for your team is what you're going to put out, you know?
Exactly. So
I respect Tweet for what she did. She definitely took a leap of faith with everything, from the tights that they wore, from their uniforms, from the body movement. It was different for a lot of people, but that's when you know who your true fans are, because the second you make somebody uncomfortable, is when you really know. So the current team for me was definitely different, but I get it. You know what I'm saying? I can't say, oh, it was just horrible. The tradition wasn't there. I would never go into that mental space, because I would feel some type of way if somebody said that about me when I was captain. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, it was different for me, but Tweet did her thing, and she held it down by herself. Tweet didn't have a co-captain. And half of her team were freshmen. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, I got you.
And so it was just, and not to make excuses, but that plays a big role in molding your team and trying to learn all these new girls. And you got some girls that came in like that, might have came in like me, still on, on demon time. You know what I'm saying? So it's just a little harder to get them to a point of understanding and knowing this is what it is, what it ain't, and what it's gonna be. Right. And so, respectfully enough, I salute Tweet, because she held it down for sure. And I'm not just saying that because she my daughter, but she definitely did her thing, because baby, she ain't have no captain. Tweet did a lot on
she
her
did
own.
What she had to do.
She did. She definitely did what she had to do. And just me knowing and just being a second ear, listening ear to Tweet, she called me often and we spoke often, and we definitely had conversations about some stuff, and it was, I wouldn't say it was misleading or just like left out for dead, but we all need extra.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We all need an extra push, and it's just it wasn't there, but she did. She popped it for her to
Yeah.
She did her thing.
And she had you. She had you. Yeah.
Yeah, she sure did, honey. Every time she called, I was right there, like, hey, what not to you? And so, it was cool though. It was, I mean, everything is a learning experience for sure.
Yeah.
So,
I just have a few more questions. This might be
mm-hmm.
3. How do you feel about 14K going to the swag?
I'm ready. Honestly, I'm really just looking forward to the games. 14K gonna do what 14K gonna do.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so I'm just ready to see how the swap affects.
Yeah.
Them. Like, now that you have these dope teams.
Yeah.
Not saying that the teams that we played before, the girls that we danced against before wasn't dope. But now you got the ones that you always hear about.
Yeah, like mainstream, yeah.
Exactly. Those girls. What you gonna do?
Yeah. Because
you gotta come
with it. You gotta come with it, baby. I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna be honest. No, because I think that y'all really can really push through.
Right.
But that's a different breed.
It is. I agree. 1,000,000%. I agree. Those girls are good, and you have to know how to adjust, and you have to know how to stroke a certain ego. You got to know how to get to it, and you got to know how to make it feel not right.
Yeah.
If I can make any sense out of that. Like, you have to know how to switch it up. Like, okay, this is what we used to, but they haven't seen you do this. So how are you going to tease so much to the point where people are feeling like antsy, like, oh, I got to get up out of my seat for this one. We got to come a little harder. Like, what you going to do? Like, what you going to do? So I'm just waiting. Look, it's the game of waiting. And I'm waiting too.
I'm waiting, baby.
Here like, well, what we going to do?
But who do you think is going to be like their biggest competition in the swag?
Great question. Honestly, I don't know.
I think it could be the J sets. That could be a
okay.
It could.
Okay, I can see that.
I can see that. Maybe the J sets.
That's cute. Okay, I agree.
Yeah, maybe the J sets. That'd be a good battle.
Yeah. Okay, you're right.
That'd be a good battle.
And this is another thing I really love. It's gonna be totally different.
Yeah.
So you really have to pick.
Oh yeah.
Either this or that.
Yeah.
And not to say like, it's like, you gotta pick sides or nothing like that. But it's really it's
really up to preference. Yeah.
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 You really have to figure it out. So I'm excited about that.
Yes. Actually, I'm ready. I'm ready to see what they're gonna do.
Me too.
If you had the opportunity to be on a swag team, which we know will be this thing X, like,
okay,
what year would you see yourself on? Who do you like? What captain do you love?
Slay Asia, honey.
Oh yes, ma'am. That's my baby right there.
Slay Asia. Okay.
That's my mother. Yes,
Anybody
ma'am.
know me? Slay. Oh, hold on.
No, you good.
Okay. Yeah, Asia Martin,
yes,
for
ma'am.
sure.
Yes.
That's she. And I hope she watched this because she know how much I love her.
Yeah.
That is my girl.
I'm pretty sure she's alright.
Slay Asia.
Yes, we love Mama Asia, baby.
Oh, she was she was a force to be reckoned with, honey, and the people knew it.
Oh yes, okay? They was scared.
And from my understanding, their coach, or I don't know if they switched coaches since Asia or whoever did it, but didn't pick a captain twice, didn't appoint a captain twice.
Usually they don't.
But Asia did.
Yeah, it was like 3. It's only been 3 captains that's had 2 years, but
Asia was there. I would definitely Asia. Mm-hmm. Yeah. That was the thing. Oh my God, that girl is she like water.
Oh yes.
That Asia. Slay Asia, 100%.
So somebody told me that you are a coach here in DeKalb County.
Mm-hmm.
So what team? Because I didn't know this.
The Fabulous Purple Foxes at Miller Grove
Ooh.
High School.
Yes.
Yes.
Man, Miller Grove, that used to be a good game too. Oh, I went to Tucker, so it was like,
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
But
Okay, yeah. I've only been teaching him for a year. I only did one season,
Mm-hmm.
and it sucks now because of COVID.
Right.
I haven't been able to work with them, but I just got great news yesterday. We might be moving forward, and so now I literally just got off the phone with one of my upperclassmen, just trying to plan some things out and rehearse because our first game is like soon.
Oh wow.
Like next month soon. So now we're at like, okay, like I ain't panicking or nothing like that, but it's just antsy. Like, you know, it's a lot of stuff that come with it. But yeah, the fact that this Purple Fox is at Miller Grove. Those are my children.
I would have never known.
Really?
I gotta go to a game. I gotta come to a game.
You got to tap in. My girls are no joke. Okay.
I have got to come. I got to come now.
Yeah.
But this has been a good interview. I really learned a lot.
That's good. That's good. I'm glad you were able to take from it. That's what it's about.
Oh yes, definitely. Definitely.
Yeah. And I'm excited. I was able to do this. Let me tell you something. When I saw that video that you posted up,
baby, and let me tell you something. That was a real reaction because I've never really experienced 14K like that. So it's like, okay, now I get to do that. Now I get to show y'all my real reaction.
Right. And
I love it.
And I thank you and big ups to you for sharing like on all HBCUs because it's so important.
Thank you so much.
It is definitely important. So you are definitely doing your thing. I must have sat and watched like 10 of your videos. I was like, oh, he is crunk. I really love him. I love the rawness. Yeah. I don't really too much care for the fake stuff. Yeah. Like, don't fake mess with us. Right. If you gonna do it, do it. If you're not, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, so and I was being honest. I was being honest as I possibly could, you know.
Right. Thank you. Because we need it. People need it. Ain't no need to be lying to the people telling them da-da-da. Because you will be surprised, or maybe you wouldn't be surprised, at your caliber, just your platform in itself. Yeah. Your voice has a big impact.
It does.
So, and it will be, oh, well, Morgan said, or Morgan said.
And I've noticed that.
So we need to fix it.
I've noticed that, and I don't know. I don't think I like it, but I mean, it is.
I mean, it is what it is, though, because like, what Beyonce says goes.
Okay, right.
So it's just like what Beyonce said. We look the mess, so we need to go and fix it.
Okay.
Versus somebody else saying it's just like, well, who is that person? You get what I'm saying? Right, so it's just like I would rather it from somebody that's gonna be wrong uncover me versus somebody that's just gonna fake the funk.
Yeah,
you know?
Yeah.
So thank you.
You're welcome.
We need you. We need you.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Oh my God. This
no
is a
problem.
Great interview.
Thank you.
All right. I'll talk to you later now.
See y'all later. Bye.
Bye.